Hello, once you find yourself on this page, this is normally where you need to activate a trial to use the most amazing school software. So once you are here, you simply have to change here at the top. You take English. Once I choose English, everything changes to my desired language. So once I have it in English, I just have to click on get a 7 days trial. It is clicked. Once it's clicked, it brings me to this interface. We click on the drop down, select a school where we have four options. These are school types, the type of schools you are managing. This is for kindergarten, nursery, primary school only. This is for secondary school or colleges. College type 1, college type 2. These are just grading systems. It is just the way the report card does its calculation. It is just the way the marks are entered. It is just the number of evaluations that make up a term. Here we have pre-nursery, nursery, and college. If you have a school that is having both sections, that has both nursery, primary, and secondary or high school, everything combined together, that is where we select this. So we've just clicked on the activate 7 days trial and it brought us here. So we need to test each of these school options. So you can choose any of them. I will just take the first drop down, then I will put a random email there, blah 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 at blah blah blah.com. Once you fit in that email, you click on submit. It works without the internet. You don't need internet to do this. So it's going to activate itself automatically and you are going to have your 7 days trial to use. So be patient. Yes, now it says your license has been activated. Now the next thing to do is just to select any of the school. Okay, select any of the school. So once we select any of the school, we select any of the schools. For instance, if I take primary school, it means I am trying to test the features of both pre-nursery, nursery, and primary. After testing this, I will have to sign out. Once I sign out or I disconnect, it will bring me back to this page. I will take the other school and test. So I keep on doing this until I've tested all the different school types. So I will choose primary school. Once I choose, I need to be patient. It gives me the username and password to use. So it gives me the username and password to use, but it seems it is still coming to French. So I need to click on English at the top. Once it does that, it disappears. I have to select back again my school, primary school. Okay, now I will just choose the default username that it gives me. I will paste in there. Make sure there is no space in front and after. The password I will copy and I will paste. I will make sure there is no space in front and after. Once that is done, I will take login. Okay, immediately you are logged in, it brings you to this dashboard. I will beg for your patience. The key to success in anything is patience, please. This is the most simple school software to use. This is the most simple school software to use. It is just patience and patience and patience. It is going to help you. Now, like I said, schools across Africa are using this. Even an average person in computer, even the person that has a lot of difficulties finding his way through, finds the software to be so easy to use. So the first thing you need to do, you need to click here to enable the sound. We have given you a guide. This is going to guide you on how to use this software. Please, you must pass through this. Okay, if at all you have an internet connection, we have an updated version online. I don't even think it is necessary, but we can let you know. Yes, So you must not click this. When you click this video, it is going to play. It is not going to use your internet. It works without the internet. So if I click here to enable sound, the
Bonjour,
video is going to be
greetings.
playing. Okay, the video plays. This is just a sample video. By the time you download this application and you activate your 7 days trial, you will see a different video here. Okay, this is what you are going to watch. It presents to you what the software does. It tells you how you are going to go about it. Okay, it tells you how you are going to go about it. So when you click on it, it is plain. It is not going to use your internet connection. It works offline. But if at all, on activating that, if you happen to find yourself on the internet, you want to explore both versions, might be this one or the one online. If I click here watch online instead, it is going to search for the video that is online. Don't bother, this is not a video that is online. This is just a demo. We have just selected a random video on the internet. Okay, so by the time you download and open, what you see here will be an actual user guide that is found in our YouTube channel. It is going to replace what you see here. So I have to switch back, watch local video instead. So this is going to work without the internet connection. So as after maybe you must have watched for some few seconds, you can take appear again in 15 minutes. Okay, you practice what was explained here. You try to go through what was explained. We will see how maybe we can even reduce it to 10 minutes. Maybe you can practice in 10 minutes or something shorter. So after you must have practiced what you have learned, by the time you reload, let me reload again. By the time you reload this page, it must have been 10 minutes gone. This pop-up is going to appear again and you will continue from where you left. Okay, we've made it easy for you.
Bonjour.
Okay, we've made it easy for you. So after you watch, you can watch step by step. You watch, you practice, you watch, you play, you watch, you play. If you are done, you can say appear tomorrow. It will stop appearing. All right, so let's close this and we go straight to the video guide or the how to use this application. Okay, we've just closed the pop-up. The first thing, just change it back to English here. I'll click at the top. I've changed it to English. We are on our 7 days trial. Okay, let's not take appear tomorrow or appear. Let's just close it here. Don't bother about this. You can always, it depends on you. So I will just close it here. Let's go straight to the testing functionality. We are testing, we are in the 7 days trial. So as not to waste your time, what we need to do, let's just go to report card and statistics. Report cards. We have taken the primary school. So here we have to focus on nursery and primary, please. We'll focus on here nursery and primary. We want to see the report card and statistics. We just click on it. Once we click on that, okay, we have three horizontal drop filters here. We have this, we have this, and we have this. We want to test. We will choose any academic year. Maybe the last year we take the exam, we take the class. Okay, let me see what is happening. Okay, sorry about the class not appearing. It was a demo version, so it's been adjusted. So I said we have three filters here. This is for the term report card. This is for the evaluation. We talk of, it means first sequence, second sequence, third sequence, or first evaluation, second evaluation, third evaluation, whatever. You can generate it from here. You see there. Here I've gone directly to the term. So you can try this yourself. Here to use the annual, which you can try yourself. So if you try any of them at the bottom here and they do not appear or show well, it means the marks have not been entered well. Everything works perfectly. So let's just look at the term. So whatever we are doing here, you can apply the same year and year. So I will just choose here. I will choose the exam term. I mean first term, second and third. I will choose the class. Let's say class 1. I will take the section that if I choose a student here, it means I will have just one report card shown to me. That is why you leave it like this. You don't choose any student. So if you don't select any student, it is going to generate for all the students. Even if there are 1 million students, it automatically generates for all the students. So wherever you find the ask there is the red star, it means they are mandatory, they are required fields. So I will just click on find. So I will click on find, then I will see an example of the report card. This is an example of a report card in class 1. This is class 1. This is a class 1 report card. When I scroll down, you see that it generates for the entire student. Even if they are 100, 500, 1 million, it gives you everything. The average, the position, the highest average, lowest average, class percentage, class average, everything is displayed there. It gives you to some statistics at once. Those who have 0 to 10, it gives you. Those who have 10 to 15 of averages, it gives you. Those who are from 15 to 18, it gives you just one person. Those who are from 18 to 20, it gives you one person. So we have automatic director signature. We have so many things that can appear. So when you scroll down, you'll see much of these things. There are many options that will appear once you activate your license, like send marks to WhatsApp, send marks to email. There are many options that you will see. So I've just demonstrated how you can see the report card. So whenever you choose, please you take class 1, because that is where maybe the marks have been filled. So I will just go back. You can go back here, or let me come back. I will take previous page here. So I will take previous page. I will just filter. Okay, you've seen what I've done. Okay, you've seen. I will go back to my dashboard. You use this button, you go to your dashboard. The pop-up can still appear. Okay, the pop-up can still appear. This is a pop-up, so you can just ignore. I can close here. All right, so we have that. Okay, I have shown you how report cards are printed because we are in the primary school. We are not yet in the secondary school. To have the secondary school, we have to disconnect, we have to log out, but we are not yet there. We'll come to that. Now, I've shown you the report card, but how are those marks entered? We'll come to exam marks entry here. Marks of nursery and primary, this is what you can fill. Marks can also be entered through Excel, Microsoft Excel. Imagine you have 1,000 students, you have 2 million students, you have 500 students. To be filling marks one by one will not be easy. You can use Microsoft Excel to do that. But don't bother. Once you activate your license and you have so many students, that you can make use of Excel. Most schools normally don't make use of Excel because we hardly have schools that have so many students, more than 500 in a single class. Whatever the case, if it is required by you, you can make use of it. But for the purpose of this tutorial and for this to be as short as possible, we will just focus on manual marks entry. So this is the manual marks entry that you are here. Once you are here, to enter the marks, you select the academic year, that you select the exam, this. So if you are testing place, you just choose the options that you see me choosing, because the other options might be empty. My marks are not filled there. So I will take class 1. I will take the section. I will take a particular subject. Let me say communicate in English. I will take fine. So if I take fine, it gives me the student's mark. So how do I interpret? This is a Cameroonian system. We have schools in Congo, we have schools in Gabon, we have schools in Cote d'Ivoire. They have their own systems. So this is a Cameroonian system of education where for nursery primary schools, they have 9 evaluations in a year. They have 3 evaluations per term. Okay, they have 3. We have month 1, month 2, month 3. So for each subject, we have the written evaluation, we have the attitude evaluation, we have the practical, and we have the oral. Now this one is the total mark. Out of 10, this student had 5. This is the first month. This is what will be filled under written. Now in the second month, or the second evaluation, out of 10, this student had 10. In the third month, out of 10, he had 3. This is for written. For this particular subject, we'll go to attitudes. And for attitudes, in the first month, out of 5, he had 4. In the second month, out of 5, he had 4. In the third month, out of 5, he had 1. For practical, you do the same. Once you can modify the marks, you can modify, you submit, you go back and open the report card, you will see the changes. Okay, I have clicked back on the dashboard, so I'll just close it here. Now we'll go back to, I've shown you how to enter marks, how to statistics. How do we register a student? How do you register a student? You come to manage student here. You can take admit student. You just take admit student here. Once you take admit student, see how students are entered in the system. You don't need to fill all of this field. You just do three things and the student is already there. Just put the student's name here. Just put the student's name. Forget about everything here. Forget about everything. Just put the student's matricule, choose the class, choose the section, and you are done. You just hold down, you take submit. You can try this. All of these options is when maybe the student is going on the internet, or if you want to install this software locally on your campus so that people can still access it on their phones with their own username and password. So everything is already given to you. You see that to register a student is very, very simple. You have just 4 steps. Just put the student's name here, put the student's matricule here, choose the class and the section, you take submit. Because initially most schools, the admission dates, the date of birth, maybe this one you can fill after. But if you have enough time to stress yourself to put all the phone numbers at once, no problem. But to make things as simple as possible, we have made it to be very, very easy and fast. You just put a name, put the class, put a section. I think that is all right. Yes, name, class, section, and the matricule. Once you put it, you submit. You see that, okay, let's just try. Test students. Let's leave this one the way the arrow number A2030 something. Pam pam pam. We have that. The class is selected. That. Okay, we have test student that were fitted. We make sure everything that is red is chosen. We have selected our class. We took a section. We have put our matricule. Every other thing we can ignore. We just take submit. So look at the name. This is test student. I will take submit. I have clicked on submit. So once I click on submit, what do you see here? Let's scroll down. This is a student I just registered. He's called test student. Here I can click and view to see the student's info, basic information of the student that I just registered, the guardian information if they were all entered. This means the parents' information, the attendance, if he was late at one point, this and this. Once your license is activated, all of these ones you will get to understand them. The exam mark, you get to know everything about the student. The payment, if there is any fee that is owing, the payment he has done, everything. The activity of the student, if there is any comments, you will see there. Okay, at one point, two students can be transferred, they can be dropped. Okay, they can be promoted. This is all about it. So let's go back to here. So here you can print your class list here. You can generate a class list if you want. So you can generate that. Let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, once you're on the dashboard, let's look at okay, let's just close it here. I have explained student admission here. Here we can also admit students in bulk admission. What if you have so many students to admit? Will you be going one by one for each class, one by one? No, don't bother, please. This one, too, as you get along with it, you will download a sample or Excel file here, so that you just come here, you choose the academic year that you want to send those students to, you choose your section, you select, you decide if your matricule is automatic or if it is manual. If it is manual, it means at the level of your Excel file, you will define the matricles there. If it is automatic, this system will automatically generate matricles for the students in your Excel file. You will just choose your Excel file here and you will upload. Every student in that Excel file will automatically be registered in this class instead of doing it one by one. So even if you have 1 million students, it saves you time. You come to class 2. So all the classes you create, they are all here. You will repeat the same process. But before that, how do we create classes? Classes, section, whatever. So I will close it again. Firstly, We just come to academics. This is academics here. You click on class. When you click on class, you will be able to just click on art. You will look at the art button here, art. You put the class name. You just put a number. Maybe this is from 1. Here you put 2. Here you select the teacher, the evaluation type. If it's a primary school, I will just take 3. You will just take Nigerian primary. Then you take submit, you put the class name. That is how you create the class. So we'll go back, the same thing, the same thing. So don't bother about this. So I have just gone back. What again do I have to explain? So this academics, you can upload, you can create many classes through Excel. You can create sections, you can create subjects and the rest. You can create an academic calendar, the scheme of work for the entire class, the entire academic year. You create scheme of works here. This lesson plan, scheme of work, everything is there. So there are so many things here. So here you can create teachers, you can assign classes and the rest. So this is just for testing purpose. I was just trying to tell you how you can use it to test. So once you are here as well, each of these options should give you a guide. When you click here, you'll be able to know what this button is for. You'll be able to know what this button is used for. If I click here, I will see a video here, a short video where I can click and it pops up. It will give me a guide on how to use this particular place. This video is just a demo video. It's a random video on the internet. So when next you open this application, beside each of these buttons, I'm sure the first thing you will see here will be watch the user guide. So it means what? It will teach you everything about this button. It will teach you everything about these options. It will teach you everything about this. So for each of these buttons you open, you will see a video at the top here. Okay, so that is that for the demo. Again, please, before I proceed, we need to understand that we have been testing by the primary school. We are still on our 7 days trial. So I have to just sign out. I have to log out here. I chose the primary school. Still on my 7 days trial, I will choose these other schools. Secondary type 2. I will wait a little bit. Its own username and password is going to appear here, which I will copy. Make sure there is no space in front and after. I will paste here. Make sure there is no space in front. The same here. I will copy and I paste. I will take identify myself. Don't forget to change your language to English. So once I have this, I will now do the same thing that I repeated for the primary section. This is secondary type 2. So once you are done to you disconnect, you take secondary type 1. After you take all in one, you repeat the same procedure. But once you are here, you see that you see something else. Here you have to choose but secondary type 2. Okay, you choose but secondary type 2. The same thing with marks entry. These ones are analysis, statistics, they are advanced. When you activate the license, they are so enticing. There are many options here. You analyze, it tells you student statistics per class. There are so many statistics, so many forms, analysis, so many analysis that you can go through. So this is just for testing purpose to tell you. So we have to go to the point where now, if we have tested, we need to activate our license. We need to activate a license that was given to us. So after we buy a license, when you chat with us on WhatsApp or on our website through an email, we will send you the link to activate a license. So once you have a license, you have a license key that is attached to your email. So you have to put two things, the license and the email. So you come here, you log out. So once you log out, you just come to Asha the license, you change to English, you take license purchase. When you click there, you must have purchased a license from us. So I have just pasted here at the top. You'll see transaction number. I have pasted my own transaction number and I've pasted the email that I bought my license with. They must match. Whenever you register to purchase a license, the license is binded to your email, so make sure both of them are the same. So the email that was used to buy the license is what you put. So once I put there, I will just take submit. This process needs internet connection for a few seconds, so you need internet to activate this license. So I will take submit. So it's submitting. Here it tells me that my license has been activated. So now I have to choose a school. There's this. I will choose. Now, once your license is activated, choose the school that you activated. This is OPPP. This name is just a random name. This is the name that you submitted, your school name. When you were filling our application, or you were filling our form to purchase your license, we asked you to put the name of your school. So this is the name of the school that I put, a random name. So you have to choose by this. Once you choose this, still use this default username. Use this one for now. Once you are logging now, you can change. So once you are here, you copy, you paste, and you take login. Good. So once you have purchased your license and you happen to be on these dashboards, it means you must have done your test. You must have tested the trial version, or you can still continue doing your tests. Please manipulate it the way you want. You can delete, you can manipulate, you can delete. This thing contains random information, 37 students, 2 teachers, all of this you can delete. Okay, we can delete all of this. So how do we start? Once you have purchased your license, it means you need to remove everything in the application to start afresh. So you come to administrator. Here you will see reset your data. You just reset, you take yes, reset. So when you take it says reset successful, you take okay. I'm thinking you have to log in again. It will take you to your login. Or no, it doesn't go there directly. It tells you to define the income type. So when it brings you back to this interface, we do not want it to automatically delete. So you now need to come here. You have to click on this button. Click here if you want to delete all data or the demo sample data before doing the configurations. So you click this when you want to clear, if you want to clean up everything. So the first step, we went to administrator, we took reset. It redirected us and brought us here. So we have to click now on this button. So when we click, it will delete everything. Then we'll have to sign in back. So it has deleted everything. If we now come back here, just our school will be shown. We will see just one school. Just the school that we register will appear here. Once it is there, we'll now choose the default username and we paste, which we can change once we are connected. So paste. You log in. You can always change to English, please. So it logs you in. Now once it logs you in, it brings you to this dashboard where you start everything afresh. So how to create an academic year. So it brings you to create an academic year. This is where you need to start. First things first, the automatic default configuration. Even if things are done manually, you have to follow these steps. You first of all start with the academic year. So you will create an academic year. I will click on it. It brings me to the academic year module. You look at the top, you will see art. I will click there. I will choose. When does it start? Is it 2025? September 2025? When does it end? You come here, you click 2026. When? Is it July? Is it June? You click. That is all. You take submit. Once you submit, an academic year will be created. Now you have to activate the academic year. You take activate. It is activated. Once you are done, you go back to the dashboard. It gives you the next model to configure. I have clicked there. It tells you the next thing that you have to configure. So these are the steps that you are going to follow, even if it is a manual process. So we first of all started with the academic year. The next thing must be exam terms. So we click on configure exam terms. When we click on it, we click on the add button. We put here first term 2025 2026. That is the date. When does it start? Is it September? September 2025. So we are in July. August, September might be the first. When does it end? The first term. The first term might be end somewhere in December. This December 2025. It can be 20th. So you have created your first term. We take submit. So we have created the first term. Let's just create second term at once. I can put here second term. This second term 2025. This, when does it start? I have to go to next year. Might be January 8th till might be March. It depends on your school. 2026. I've been 20th March. Okay. So we ended here with 20th March 2026. We have created the second term. We come here to the third term. Third term. When does it start? We ended with 20th. I will click here. I'll just take 2026. Here I will take March. That one was March, 20th March. I will take April. Maybe start with the 1st of April. Maybe here it ends. I will click here to go directly to the year. I will take June. It ends when? Might be, no, let's say July. Might be July 20th. It depends on your school. That's so I've created that. Submit. So we are done with the academic year creation. See that we are done with our academic year creation. This is not well spelled. It's supposed to be capital T. Always good to be presentable. So I'll change this to capital T. T, update. So once you update, it gives you back. We are done with the term. You click back on return to dashboard or on this button here. It will give you now the next option to configure. It gives you the next option to configure. Here it tells you to upload teachers. To upload teachers. So just click on upload teachers here. Here you just click on add here to add a single teacher. Here is bulk. When you have so many teachers, you will use this. We are going to explain this step by step when we will be explaining things under the teachers tab. So you just need to click on the add. Click on the add. Just say Mr. Christian. Just say Christian. That is your teacher. It is very, very simple. You can ignore every other thing. These are departments. Department, it can be created. We are going to explain to you how departments are created in our module videos, modules per module video. So you just take anything for now. Science department. The phone number, just leave it as such. You can always update after you want. Gender is always there. So just mandatory. I think you have just 3 things to do. And the teacher is already created. So I've just fitted Christian Manga. Username is already there, password is already there, salary grade. Just choose any of them. You can always change them after. We are going to explain to you all of this later. Salary type, you can choose monthly, whatever. For now, the role is a teacher. Just leave everything the way it is. You just take let me scroll down. Oh, sorry. So I scroll down. So when I scroll down, there are many things you can upload, but don't bother. We'll just make you see that everything is fast. Just the name of the teacher that you fitted, the department, the salary, role, type, and the rest. You just take submit. I've clicked on submit. A teacher will be created. So let me show you why the teacher is not appearing. So we are done with teachers. We click back on the dashboard. So once we click back on the dashboard, it takes us to where we need to upload classes. We need to upload classes. So we'll click on upload classes. Here you have to add your classes one by one. In our tutorial, When you have so many classes, we are going to explain how you can add multiple classes at once with Excel. Maybe you have 100 classes, you can add all of them with Excel. So you just click on add here. You just say class A, you put a name 1, choose the teacher you have created, you put evaluation type. You are in all in one school. All in one school. This evaluation type and the rest we are going to explain in our models to models explanation. Now, if what you are creating is for if this is for nursery and primary school, you will take nursery and primary. This is a class. So if this is for nursery and primary school, you will take this. If you are creating for a secondary school type 2, you will take but this. If it is secondary school type 1, you will take but this. So we are just on class A. Or let's assume this is, let's just call it from 1. From 1. For 1A, put it down. We just take secondary type 2. Okay, once we are done with that, we take submit. We have at least one class that has been created. We can add multiple classes. We keep on adding. So once we are done with that class, we can go back to the dashboard. Once we go, it tells us to upload subjects. So we'll click on upload subject. Remember, we have created a class for 1A. So now we have to create all the subjects of form 1A. We click on ads. We can put geography. The name in French, we can still put, you can write it in French here, you add IE, or I just put it like this. If it has a coefficient subject code like GC but might be 501, you put the subject code there. If it has a coefficient, might be coefficient 2, you put coefficient 2. The group, this is what is going to appear in the report cards. Science subject, art subject, whatever. So it depends on what you want to do. So this ones will explain in our models to models section. So I will just put group 1 here. The class that is going to assign to you, put from 1A, the teacher you choose. So firstly, you need to create all of your teachers first. So evaluation type, this is geography. This is geography. Like I said, this for nursery, this for form 1. So I always take secondary 2 evaluation. Since we have chosen by the college type 2 or the secondary type 2, status you take active. So we have created one subject, we take submit. Once we create a subject, now we keep on creating other subjects, you keep on adding. You add, you put chemistry, you put English, you put geography, you put physics, just like that. They will all be here. You have created. We'll go back to our dashboard. So we'll click on admission. We have to admit students. We have to register students. We'll click on bulk admission of low students. We click on the button ads. We can add students. So it has been simplified. You just have like 4 things to fill, and that is all. Put the student's name. You can call it student 1. Student 1, that is all. The birthplace, you can leave it like this. You can leave everything. You can always update it later. You can change them later. But to make things faster, you put the student's name. You put the class that is going to. Make sure you have created all your classes. You put a section that is going to. We have not yet explained section. Sorry about that. We have not yet explained sections. Just take section A for now. Matricule, you can put A20 025. That's a matricule. So you just fill the name. You choose the class and section. Put a matricule. That is all. That is just all. You take submit. That is just all. Very, very simple school system. Once you submit, you click on add. You add the second student, add the third student, add the fourth student, add the fifth student. So if there are so many students, we are going to explain to you in our student model video how to add so many students to Excel file. So we are done with this. At least we have added at least one student. You can add as many as you want. We'll go back to the dashboard. The next thing, it says we have to define competencies. We define competency, we click on that. Don't bother if your school does not use competencies, worry not. Okay, just put at least one day. You can just call it test competence, you put the class. We just need at least once, just one. We need at least one competence. Don't bother, we take submit. You need at least one in the system. So you return to your dashboard. It will give you the next option to define. Now you need to define your income type. How do you receive money in school? You can receive transport money, you can receive school fees money, you can receive donations, you can receive what again? How do you get money in school? You define income type. You get it from maybe school fees, bus fee. You go to arts, you take general fee, you call it school fee. If you have created all your classes, they will all appear here. So you can put the name in French there. I'll just put the very thing here. The class form 1. You can define school fees for each class. So if you have many classes, they will all appear. Just put the amount. The school fees for form 1A, if it is 100,000, you put 100,000. If there are many classes, you will just have to feed them. So each class can have a different school fees amount. So this is the total school fees they are going to pay for the entire academic year. So since we have just one class, that is why you see just one school fee appearing. We take submit. So we have defined that. That is the school fee that we have defined. So we can add, instead of saying school fees here, we can instead delete this. Since it is 100,000 francs, you can delete. Let's delete this. Let's delete. Okay, if we delete, let's just say we take school fees here. Instead of 100,000, we call it first installment. First installment. I'll just put the very thing here. For 1A, I will say 25,000. That is first installment. If there are many schools, you define each of them. That is first installment. That is first installment. I'll click again on arts. I will click general fee. I will take second installment. Second installment. I will paste. Maybe here this time maybe it's 50,000. I'll put there. If there are many classes you feel as such, you take submit. So you can keep on creating and creating and creating. The other one too, you can click here, you take product sale, dormitory transports. If you are dealing with bus services and the rest, that we are going to explain in our intensive module explanatory video. So at least we have this that we have created. To go back to our dashboard, at least we have created some sources of income. It will give us the next option, the expenditure. How do you spend money in school? We can put salary, we can put electricity. Just add salary, you submit. You add again, you can put electricity. You submit. So once you are done with that, you go back to your dashboard. It will give you the next thing to configure. Wow, it says setup is complete. Click on the green button or text below. Wow, we are done. So we are done. So it means we have configured everything. We just have to click here, finalize. I am done with all the configuration. So I will click on it. So once I click on it, it takes me to my dashboard. Everything is configured. Everything. So that here I have one student, I have one teacher, I have one employee, which I'm the person who is currently connected. So it tells you. If I thought you activated the license like I did, it will show you the duration of your license. So I am here on my dashboard, and immediately I will have to be entering my marks. I first of all need to enter the marks of students. Okay, I need to enter the marks of students. Maybe they have started particular exams. I have to enter the marks of students, and later I have to generate their report cards. So this is how you configure your system after purchasing your license.